Welcome to the Scream and Cry Horror Movie Review.
I love this show.
Featuring the modern master of the macabre, Scream.
Wait, what about me?
It's coming. And Scream's sidekick, Cry.
Sidekick?
Welcome to my chamber, horror fans. I'm Scream.
And I'm Cry. Not a sidekick.
Are you ready to scream and cry? Scream, cry?
Ready?
Ready?
So, what's today's movie, guys?
Nosferatu.
Bless you.
What was that, Scream?
Nosferatu.
Bless you.
Very funny.
So, why no Fostro?
Nosferatu.
Bless you.
Enough already, guys.
You know, VO guy, I would high five you if you had hands, or feet, or anything. I cracked myself up.
Nosferatu, a symphony of horror, was a silent German expressionist horror film made in 1922.
Silent?
Yes, something you should try.
Yeah, from the guy who's never stops talking.
Nosferatu, beware you never say his name, for he will fade your life into shadows. Haunting screams will climb forth from your heart and feed on your blood.
Dude, that read, so cool.
Silence! Experience a symphony of horror.
This movie is a masterpiece. Horror fans and Dracula lovers must watch. Eerie and goth. Okay, keep going, VO guy.
Once upon a time in the 1800s, lived a couple called the Hutters. Thomas, a real estate agent, and his young, innocent wife named Ellen.
This is a movie about greed and ambition.
But it's older than dirt.
Hutter's boss, Renfield, possessed by Nosferatu, tricks his young apprentice into traveling to Transylvania to sell an abandoned property to Count Orlok. The property that just happens to be across the street from Thomas and Ellen. That Orlok is tricky.
Count Dracula!
And the Count preys on the wife of the real estate agent and brings a plague to the township, causing death and destruction.
So it's a rom-com.
Personally, I love Dracula in this movie and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I loved him in Abbott and Costello Meets Dracula.
In Nosferatu the Vampire, made in 1979.
In Billy the Kid versus Dracula, or Vampiros Lesbos from 1971. VO guy and I love Dracula.
I want to suck your blood! Thomas, excited to go on an adventure and earn money, quickly packs and leaves his wife Ellen to stay with friends. Hutter embarks on his trip, stopping for an evening at a local inn before he continues into Transylvania. It seems Hutter is failing to read the room.
I think it's time for his wife to start dating. He'll never come back in one piece.
There's not a lot of options in this town.
Huh. No grinder back then?
In storytelling, they call that foreshadowing.
In the sewer, they call that get out before you die.
Everyone but Hutter seems to know the dangers up ahead at Count Orlok's. Then soon, the stagecoach driver also abandons him to walk alone.
Smart man! Nothing but bad up the road.
Even when the phantom stagecoach comes to pick him up, Hutter still doesn't sense the full danger.
Uh-oh.
Nosferatu is moody and atmospheric, really creepy. You can almost taste the dread dripping off the screen.
Waking up the next morning, Hutter sees something mysterious on his neck. Wandering throughout Count Orlok's property during the day, strangely, the Count is nowhere to be seen. Hutter writes home to let Ellen know that there are some rather large bugs in this country, and he's got some unusual bites, but he should be home soon. Hutter is beginning to understand the impending danger. He takes a closer look at the book. Who is this guy?
Nosferatu is all about fear, panic, and survival.
I'm gonna live!
It's also about being controlled by evil.
Oh, there is that.
Nosferatu begins to control Ellen from afar, and her friends have no idea what to do. Meanwhile, Hutter investigates and discovers the truth about Count Orlok, much to his horror.
So he really does sleep in a coffin?
Startled by odd sounds, Hutter goes to the window and witnesses Nosferatu take leave inside his coffin. "100 years ago, filmmakers were able to figure out how to capture that shot of coffins on a river. Hutter awakes in the hospital, ranting about the coffins filled with earth and other things.
Finally, some good acting.
Your relatives, I presume?
The German side of my family. That really fat one is my great Aunt Fuzelbitty.
Fuzelbitty.
Yeah, family name. The legend goes she found enlightenment in Hungary. That's why they called her the Budapest. Get it? Enlightenment Buddha? Rat pest? Budapest?
Not funny.
Hutter's boss, Renfield, is now institutionalized and kept under lock and key. But only one thing can truly control him: Nosferatu. When we see Ellen at the beach reading her husband's letter, we wonder, is she waiting for Thomas or Nosferatu? Hutter leaves the hospital to make his way home. Home, where everyone thinks there is a plague that is spreading.
Desperation, death, destruction. This really is a symphony of horror.
You know, I've never found a complete dead body in a sewer myself. A few parts, maybe. It's a silent movie. Okay, now we're talking. That's some good acting.
Shh! We all know that vampires perish in the light of day. But 100 years ago, filmmakers had no way to shoot day for night, and audiences had to overlook the continuity errors.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be seasick.
Ellen tells her friend that she must go to Nosferatu.
Oh, come on, Ellen. The guy is not worth it. He's a vampire.
Scream, have you ever been in love? Moving on.
In the third act, we have all the players arriving into the town. Nosferatu's possessed and crazy assistant Renfield escapes. Nosferatu hunts Ellen, and Hutter is racing home.
And no one notices him? I'd say Nosferatu is a bit of a stalker.
As Nosferatu continues his blood quest, the townspeople panic about the plague. Everyone to your home, shut your windows, lock your doors. The plague is here. The plague is Nosferatu. Only a woman can break his frightful spell, a woman pure in heart, who will offer her blood freely to Nosferatu, and will keep the vampire by her side until after the cock has crowed. Renfield's complete devotion to Nosferatu has driven him to madness and self-destruction. Nosferatu succumbs to the light of day in a climactic, fiery exit. Ellen makes the ultimate sacrifice. She surrenders her life and succumbs to the bite of Nosferatu, saving everyone. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, that's all I can say, guys. What did you think?
Well, with the exception of the performances by the rats, I gave it a bloody thumbs down.
I loved it, as weird and creepy as it was, and I give it a bloody thumbs up.
Well, I love me some Nosfesteristo.
Nosferatu!
However you say it, it's definitely a classic.
Nosferatu was a trailblazer, and anyone who loves horror needs to see it.
Yawn.
I loved it.
Until next time, this has been
Scream
And cry.
in the Scream and Cry horror movie review. See you next time, kiddos.
Bye.
They're an unlikely pair to the naked eye. One is called Scream, the other Cry. Scream is goth and Cry is a rat. A teen who loves horror, the rodent a brat. Cutesy, creepy, I don't know why, but you'll be spellbound by Scream and Cry.